Hi, Christiana White here, your Fierce leader from Fierce Finds Mobile Boutique, and today I'm recording my first Sunny Life Sunday segment. This segment's all about what to do in your leisure on Sundays and new places to explore in the South Florida area, gardening, living, craft projects, how-tos, traveling, different things that our girl is doing on her free time because she knows taking time out for herself is important, and she's always improving, growing, and learning and exploring. So let's get to it. Last weekend you may have caught my post about my new palette garden that my husband put in for me, and I'm so excited. I'm already getting things that are sprouting and showing signs of that I did it right. This is my first time doing it ever, so I'm pretty excited about the growth. I'll show you an update of what has already grown in just the 1 week and sprouted, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then I planted some Roma tomatoes and jalapeno, and I'm planting bell peppers today as well. I'll write a full blog post on this at shopfiercefinds.com. Under the blog section, you will see the full description on like the charts I used, the inspiration that drove my garden, the pictures of the garden, different things that I bought and supplies that I used to keep the cost down, but make sure the garden is efficient and things that I can reuse over time, and where I source the different materials in the wealth of knowledge that's on the internet, but how I sorted through it and made my own spreadsheets and things like that to make this something that's consumable, because it could be pretty overwhelming and just control you and make you think, okay, this is going to be too much work, I'm not even interested. But it's a life skill that no one can take from you. The end of the world ends tomorrow and you will need to use this skill. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to learn it, and it's something that in general I've always wanted to learn more about. And I'm just now getting the time to do it. Not that I have the time, but I made the time because I felt like it's a necessary skill, especially with the cost of organic produce, and also just not knowing what's being put into the seeds and put into the ground and things that you're buying from the shelf. So I figured I would better educate myself on it by doing it and testing it and seeing if it's something that I can sustain and do until the end of when I decide to stop, or just until it's something I can pass on for generations, just a life skill. So let's get to it. Things that have already begun to sprout are squash. The squash and the cucumber. Those are some of the larger plants. They'll expand and grow, and I'll have to thin them and give them more space. But look here. You see it? It's already beginning to grow in just 1 week, so you can tell it's going to be a pretty big plant. And then here, I bought some marigolds. They are actually good for making teas and attracting bees. So that's the reason I just picked those up, already bloomed and ready to go. There's other little buds that'll grow over time. But look at the cantaloupe. I don't know if you can see it. Here, here, and here. So proud of that. Same thing on this side. Two little guys are beginning to grow here. And then my lettuce. We are big salad eaters, so I'm pretty excited about that. This will be one of the first things I'll be able to harvest. And then there is the spinach that's already beginning to grow. That'll be the next thing that I can harvest and actually eat before a few months. And then these are Xenochip daisies. They're just flowers that attract bees and pollinators, so that's why I planted those here by the watermelon. And then look how nice that cucumber plant is. Both of those are my cucumber sprouting. And then look at my watermelon sprout. Super pumped about. You see it? And then over here, this is a big pot. I'm going to have tomatoes in it. And several different herbs, but you can already see the thyme. You can see that. You can already see the thyme starting to poke out here. Just tiny, tiny dots. And then the basil. Just tiny, tiny dots of green. But overall, it's a good sign that I didn't mess up too badly just this far. So we'll see how it goes. I have tons of notes to share with you. I'll blog the process as it goes for any of you that are thinking about doing this now or later. And then other than that, I'm going to get back to planting my bell pepper and watering things, and I'll do a full write-up for you. So hopefully you enjoyed this little tidbit, and again, I'll give you more views and pictures so that you can see how I laid mine out to give you some inspiration for yours. I'll also do a Pinterest board on it, the pictures that inspired me, and then a board on mine as well. So follow us at Fierce Finds Mobile Boutique on Pinterest, Fierce Finds Mobile Boutique on Instagram, Fierce Finds Mobile Boutique on Facebook to get all the updates, and then subscribe to our email list at shopfiercefinds.com. That's FIERCE Finds, FINDS.com, to get more updates on just about fashion, life, all things Fierce pretty much. Thank you for your time. Have a good Sunday and happy Easter.